coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for him.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Bottoms is out there with Miracle Man. Then it's Porter. Then it's Q. And it's D in at the 2. And for the Wildcats, they've got Buckets. Goose out there with Miracle Man. Then there's Shake and Bake. And it's Rain Man in at the 5, roaming the paint. As many as we know, there's talk of playing more regular season games overseas. Good idea, or is the season hard enough as it is?
I like the balance where it is right now, Kevin. A few games you get a chance to go overseas, during the season or preseason, but just add more travel, I don't know if it's a good idea.
Q passes to Miracle Man. Just 5 on the clock. That one, no good. And the Wildcats the other way now. Moore passes to Goose. Back to Moore. To the middle. Here's Rain Man. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Here's Miracle Man. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar.
Passes it to Goose. Feet out. Here's Rain Man. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
At the end of the day, when the ball goes up, there's no substitute for effort.
Porter passes to D. Misses from close range. The Wildcats have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Inside. Kicks it to Moore. Lets it go from the wing. Here's Rain Man, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
The Wildcats have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And the Miracle Man is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Rain Man passes to Samuels. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Now, here's Porter. Here's Miracle Man. Lock at 6. Fires the 3. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Moore. 23 points for him the last game against San Antonio. Here's Goose, guarded by Porter. Goose, the pass to Buckets. Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds to the Wildcats.
And here's a look at some numbers for Miracle Man. Over the last month, getting it done. He's putting up about 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Now here's Porter. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Bottoms. The pass to Q. Tries from the block, and he comes up with the deuce.
That's good planning, and that's good execution, and that's a great look.
Pass to Goose. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. He's perfect from the...
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Here's Miracle Man. He had a 21-point outing in their last game again. Banked in off the glass. Miracle Man's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. So they've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Moore. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And so far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
Gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Passes it to Bottoms. Back to Porter. 6 to shoot. D passes to Porter. With his first shot attempt, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here's Goose. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against San Antonio.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's buckets. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Miracle Man, the pass to Bearsley. The pass to Miracle Man. To the left wing. Here's the 3. Here's Q. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big follow. Here's Goose. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Buckets passes to Samuels. Here's Goose. Buries the long-range jumper.
Poor defense there. That's his bread and butter. You have to crowd him out on the perimeter.
Here's Miracle Man. He has 7. Q passes to Miracle Man. Yes, that goes in. Miracle Man's got 9.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Pass to Goose. Here is Samuels. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. And it's out of bounds to the Wildcats. So for the Wildcats, Cowboy comes in for buckets. And Smooth subbed in for Shake and Bake. From deep, Moore. Good D by Miller. Gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ball game. The shot misses. And the Wildcats the other way now. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
Point blank, this is a bad combination. If you're looking to get stops, that's not the way.
Shot clock at 2, and stolen by Miller. Pass to Miracle Man. Oh, that's blocked. And that's going to be out of bounds. And they retain possession. Speedy's checked in for more. Miller outside. 6 on the shot clock. Down low. Q. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Q's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Goose, the pass to Rain. Here's Smooth, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Wild. The visitors on defense. They trail by 3. Off with the layup.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Here's Miracle Man. 9 points in the game so far. There's the pass to Q. 5 to shoot. The alley-oop. That's tipped.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's Goose. He makes that one drop, only a second in 5 tries.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Pass to Miracle Man. Now, here is Miller. 9 points last game. Can't connect from 14 feet out. Here's Smooth. Passes it to Goose. Here's Rain Man. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Now it's a 7-point Wildcat lead.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
6-second difference between shot and game clock.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Here's Goose. He's got 5. From deep 3-point range, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. We'll get right back to the action when we return. one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Wildcats so far, what do you guys think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
A respectable 47% for the field in this one. Miracle Man is out there with Miller. Then there's B, and there's Anderson. And it's Q into the box down low. Here's buckets. A three-pointer, no good. Pass to Bairstow. From the wing. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Goose. Swiped away. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Wildcats. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for him.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing to them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
Here's Goose. The pass to Buckets. Right wing. Here's Samuels. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. You know, Steve, the 2018 rookie class really burst out onto the scene. What has impressed you most about that group?
I think a couple things, Kevin. First of all, they're very talented. They handle themselves extremely well off the court. But most of those guys were able to last through the rookie wall and play pretty much 75 to 82 games.
Yeah, really put their fingerprints on their team, didn't they?
They did, and a lot of those guys are leaders.
First free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Porter looking it over. Pass to Q. Back to Porter. There's Bairstow. Hands it from downtown. Bairstow's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Here's Goose, guarded by Porter. Pulls it from the elbow. Clock at 6. Shoots the three. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Inside, it's tipped. Here's D. It's deflected, and the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Bairstow kicks to Porter. Passes to Q. 5 on the clock. Back to Porter. Got a piece of it.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Here's Goose. He has 5. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Cowboys got his first basket of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Outside, Porter. Pass to Bairstow. Back to Porter. Now the pass to D. And it's Buckets with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Wildcats making a switch here. Moore is checked in. Outside Porter. Shot clock at 6. Tries it from 9. Here's Bottoms. No good with the layup.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
Moore passes to Goose. Back to Moore. From downtown, sinks the three-pointer. Moore's got the lead up to 7 now for the Wildcats.
It seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Here's Bottoms. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. On Tuesday, the San Antonio Spurs come into town, tipping off a homestand for them. And then on Tuesday, outside Porter, a 3-ball. No good on that one. And the Wildcats the other way now.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They embrace the challenge as well. They hit big shot after big shot to keep the other team at bay.
Shooting 2. That free throw missing. Hey, Steve, if your team is holding on to a narrow lead, which player do you want defending that last shot of the game?
I would say Kawhi Leonard, Giannis because of his length, Paul George, Draymond Green, and I really love Klay Thompson. Not that he's going to block the shot, but he always stays in position.
Good on the second free throw. Gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Shoots it up. Misses the jumper.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Got a piece of it. Pass to deep. Six to shoot. Passes it to Anderson. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. And here is Moore. He's got 6. And the pass to Goose. And the call will be against D. That is his first foul of the game. Rain Man checked in for Cowboy. Pass to Goose. Here's Buckets. Buries it from three-point range. Buckets got 5 now.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
of numbers for buckets. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. 7th in scoring and tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. Porter passes to Anderson. Clock at 6. And just miss after miss right now.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Here's Moore. Finished off the break. Moore's got 8.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Outside, Porter. Pass to Bairstow. Passes it to Bottoms. Here's D. He doesn't hit that one.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout, or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
Goose, the pass to Moore. And the ball travels out of bounds. Turnover. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Right now, at the playoffs started, they would have the 7th seed. And, of course, the Wildcats, they're 10th best in the conference. And every so often, Steve, we'll see 2 teammates fighting over a rebound. You ever have a teammate upset with you for stealing his rebound?
A lot, Kevin. All the bigs I played with, those guys hated when guards came in. They would elbow you, and if you're on their same team, saying, get out of here, especially for a lot of those bigs. There was a lot of rebound incentives in their contract, so they wanted to grab every rebound.
This pause in the action gives us a chance to see the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers this month.
And you always like to see aggressive defense, and then when you can convert mistakes into points offensively, that's a big key.
Here's Miracle Man. He's got 11. Back to Porter. And there's the pass to Anderson to end the run. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
Free throw good from Anderson. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Here's Rain Man. He's got 12. And he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Shoot 2. And the first one drops. That one falls, so he hits both of them. It would take a major comeback for them to get back into this game.
And the chances of that happening don't look good.
Bottoms the pass to Miller. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Anderson. Poke loose. Here's Miracle Man. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Wildcats. The Wildcats have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Here's Goose. He has 5. And the layup's good off the glass. Goose has got 7 points in the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Bottoms. Porter in the corner. From the arc. His 4th shot. His 4th miss. Still looking for his touch tonight. Samuels the pass to Goose. Moore right side. He kicks it to Samuels. Kept alive. Rain Man. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Rain Man's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's Miracle Man. He's got 11. Shoots from the elbow. No good on the shot.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Goose the pass to Buckets. Here's Rain Man, guarded by Porter. Here's Rain Man. No good. Shot missing.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Out to Miller. The pass to Miracle Man. Trying to end the drought. Can't get the layup.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
Clearly a foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good from Samuels.
He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
That one misses. Looking at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. On the wing, Porter. Pass to Q. Here's Miracle Man. From deep. And And so it's the home team sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And we'll be back with you shortly. And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This home crowd is elated about what they've seen so far. I'm Ernie Johnson. That's Shaquille O'Neal. That's Kenny Smith. Looking at the Wildcats, Kenny?
They're just pulling down rebounds at will. Their aggressiveness has been dynamite, flying in from all angles. With rebounding, you assume that everything is amiss, and obviously they've taken that to heart.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the visiting team.
Their field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter is set to begin in just a few.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by Rain Man.
Well, with a double-double in hand through two quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
They're asking a lot of him, shouldering the load in a number of areas. You just hope he has enough left at the end.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. She can big out there with buckets. And it's Rain Man, and it's Goose, and it's Moore in a two-guard. Here's Goose, guarded by Porter, and yes, it's good. And it's 9 points for Goose.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. G out there with Porter. And there's Bottoms. Then it's Q. And it's Miracle Man in at the three spot. This is his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Take a break. Take a break. Free shot.
And the first one at the line is good. Goes in. 2 from the line that time. Getting an outstanding 53% for the game. Moore outside. To the right side. Rockets it. The baseline J off the mark.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
Free throw is such an important part of the game. Here are the league leaders in that department. Take a look at Miracle Man, second in the NBA. So great from the line.
I mean, he's not going to miss many foul shots. That's for sure. He is a machine when he gets to the charity stripe.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Here's Goose. 9 points in the game so far. No good that time. Porter with it. Passes it to Miracle Man. Unloads from 13. Second shot opportunity. That shot misses.
great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
The pass to Rainman. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now, here's Porter. Pass to Miracle Man. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Passes to Rainman. Here's Goose. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. 5 to shoot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line, and when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
The first free throw is good. Good on the second, so he makes them both. Gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. There's the pass to D. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Pass to Miracle Man. There's the triple. And no good that time.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
Offensive rebound. A second chance effort. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
He's not looking at the score. He's staying focused, and he's staying active.
There's 2 things they rely on him for: being competitive and bringing energy.
Takes a 3, bangs home the trifecta. Miracle Man's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Finally, now 1 for 5 here in the third. We'll see if that boosts their confidence.
And the Wildcats call time here.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
So for the Wildcats, Cowboys checked in for buckets, and Smooth subbed in for Shake and Bake. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Goose, the pass to Moore. Just 5 on the clock. Passes it to Ranger. Hold on!
You got to buckle up on that one.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Now the pass to Bottoms. The feed to Bairstow. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Bairstow's got 7 points.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of.
Moore outside. Here's Goose, and it's blocked. And they'll keep possession. And he gets the bucket.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Here's Here's Miracle Man. He's got 18. Kicks it to Bearstein. Out to the right wing. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. He's got 8.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Pass to Smooth. Pass to Moore. Here's Goose. Hits the target from 18 feet. Goose has got 6 here in this quarter. Gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Here's Miracle Man. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Here's Cowboy. Here's Goose. No good from 11 feet.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
Passes it to Q. This one for 3. That shot missing. And the Wildcats the other way now. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
All right, a moment to see the stats for Rain Man. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month, averaging 15 points a game, 15 rebounds, and 3 assists. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
You know what? It's part effort, part instincts. You see teams trying to keep a body or 2 on him, but that's easier said than done.
And he knocks down the first one. So for the Wildcats, Buckets comes in for Cowboy, and Shake and Bake subbed in for Smooth. Both shots good from the stripe.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Q passes to Miracle Man. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. We've got a moment now to go to a rookie watch and find out who among the NBA's freshman class have been the hottest shooters. And you look at Q, you know what you're going to get from him day in and day out.
And his confidence is going to keep growing if he continues shooting like he has over the past month.
First one falls for him. Good on both.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
The Wildcats have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. And the pass to Samuels. Pass to Goose. He dishes it to Moore. Just 5 to shoot. It's blocked, and it's out of bounds to the Wildcats. And so here are the Wildcats, and he's good on the 3 ball. Moore's got 11. Here's Miracle Man. He's got 22. They swipe it. Here is Samuels. Here's Goose. He's got 15. Drops in the tray. Goose has got 11 points in the quarter.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
Miracle Man, the pass to Anderson. And it's Buckets with the foul. That'll be his second foul. Speedy's checked in. Miller outside. Back to Anderson. He gets it in there.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Here's Goose. 18 points for him. Pass to Buckets. No good that time. Gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Miracle Man, the pass to Cuse.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
The Wildcats have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. Here's Rain Man. Unable to get that one. Gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Pass to Miracle Man. A minute 42 left in the third quarter. Back to Miller. 6 to shoot, and it's Miller with the jam.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Here's Goose. The pass to Buckets. Here's Rain Man. The shot, no good. 1:04 left in the third quarter. Here's Miracle Man. Can't connect from short range. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
That one goes in. 7 points for Buckets.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now here's Anderson. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Here's Miracle Man. That three off the mark.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
But they'll get another chance.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
From deep three-point range, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Wildcats opening up a huge gap. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Goose shaking big out there with Buckets. Then there's the Miracle Man, and it's Rain Man in at the center filling out the middle.
All about converting your opportunities. He just hit his second three of this half, third of the night.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Spinning for players, social media can build their brands and they can engage their fans, but there are some downsides.
Yes, it is, Kevin. I mean, it's a fantastic tool, like you said, for endorsement and bringing those fans into your home or into your life. But the downside, people can see some things they don't want to see, and also you can regret posting a lot of things.
I think, yes, sometimes people do regret hitting that send button. So, yeah, they got to be careful. You're right. First one falls.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Both good from the line that time. Now Porter. Passes it to Bottoms. The layup off target.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it. Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter. Aggressive move inside.
Pass to Q. Over to the wing. Here's Miracle Man, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Miracle Man's got 16 here in the second half.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Here's buckets, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, Steve, we keep seeing new arenas and new state-of-the-art training facilities. As a player, what do you value more, home court or the practice court?
Kevin, I really think it's the practice court because you spend so much time there. But a lot of times now, franchises have both. The home court and their practice facility right inside the arena. If you can have the practice court at an all-time high, something guys like and love, they'll spend a lot of time there.
And he makes the first. He hits both from the stripe. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Now here's Porter. Miller outside. Outside Randolph. Shot clock at 6. Porter kicks to Miller. And a miss there on the triple. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
And stolen by Miller.
It's fantastic. Kevin, I played for 7 teams. That's a lot of changing of the name and number.
Here's Arcidiacono. It's deflected. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Here's Randolph, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Randolph drops them both. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Goose, the pass to Buckets. A lot of people think, Steve, there are 3 factors necessary to achieving organizational success. Ownership, and ownership. What do you think?
I guess it's ownership. I think it also comes down to trust. Trust in anything gets you a chance to be successful.
And Steve, you know, it's just about establishing that culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think you got to have an identity, a culture that everybody wants to be a part of.
Here is Samuels to the middle. Here's Rainman, and that one is stuffed right through.
He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
Outside Porter. And the pass to Bottoms. Got a hand on it. And here is Moore. Samuels kicks to Moore. Passes to Buckets. Just 4 to shoot. Miller grabs the miss. Gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Pass to D. Porter with it. The pass to Bottoms. Porter against Moore.
And that's one way to end up in the highlights.
You know what we call this play? A dumb play all the way around, especially at this particular time.
Here's Goose, covered by Miller. Here's Goose, rejected by Randolph. Here's D. No good. And the Wildcats the other way now.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
And for a team schedule that includes 4 games and 5 nights, sports writers have introduced the term schedule losses due to fatigue. I just don't think that's very good, but it's the reality right now.
Yeah, it is. And sometimes, Kevin, you know these games, you travel a lot. Your legs are just done, and that's when you have to rely on a total team, play more guys. But it happens. You can't get out of this quicksand. You're going to have those type of losses.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Rain Man.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
He's been their pulse tonight, the player who's guided them to the win, and it's a win they needed coming off a loss in their last one. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Here's Bottoms. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, just nice strength there and then just off with the shot.
Well, we know, Steve, the NBA looking at lowering the draft eligibility age from 19 to 18. The one-and-dones would be gone. You like the move?
I do like the move, Kevin. I would just love to have a lot of things in place for these younger guys, whether they're 18, 19, some guys at 25. There's something in place to help these guys, especially some of the things they're having problems with off the court and also financially. Have some kind of third eye to be able to help these guys.
And this is where the G League comes into play, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
So he makes hits both from the line. The Wildcats have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's Goose, guarded by Porter. Goose, the pass to Buckets. And yep, finally caught after rolling around the rim. Buckets got 4 this quarter.
The defense was clearly not on the same page. No one picked up the open man.
Porter passes to Miracle Man. Off target from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Stepped in the line, out of bounds there, and that will cost them the possession. Just 30% from the field here in the fourth. Shoots from 8. The shot missing. And the Wildcats the other way now. Moore passes to Buckets. And it's denied. And he recovers it. Grabs the rebound again. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
Here's D. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Wildcats have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Passes it to Rainbow. Another shot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The first one falls. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Here's Miracle Man. Here's Bottoms. Shot clock at 5. Here's Q. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Pass to Samuels. And here is Moore. Buckets passes to Goose. Shoots from 12. That one goes. Counted. Goose has got 22.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
Kicks to Porter. Now the pass to Miracle Man. The shot off that time. And the Wildcats the other way now. Out left to the wing. Here's Rain Man. That shot off.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Passes it to Bottoms. Six on the shot clock. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Wildcats.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Rain Man.
He played with a lot of fire, a lot of heart, especially on the glass. He's one of those guys who acts like every rebound is his, and many of them were tonight.
Here is Garbage Man. There's the dish to Porter. Pass to Miller. Fires the 3. No good on that one. And the Wildcats the other way now. Pass to Slater. Here's Cowboy. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
At the line, Cowboy. At the line, number 2.
And the first one drops. Wildcats making a switch here. Archidiakonos checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. There's 37 seconds left in the 4th. Now Porter, Miller outside. Lets it go with a 3. It's good from long range.
Miller.
There's 18 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Smooth. So we see the Wildcats get the win here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge.